Hey guys, welcome back. It's Guardian Angel or Guardian Angel, whichever you prefer. I'm back with some Secrets Untold by, what was it? FedEx Gaming? No. Legend X Gaming. Legend X Games, dude. Anyway, we're back. And if you don't remember, or it's been a while since you watched, I don't know. If you don't remember what happened, or if you haven't seen the last episode, please go check that out. If you haven't, well, or at least, well, I would suggest watching the first episode first. But yeah, if you recall, we have to choose whether to go with Karan, the mysterious, cool guy that saved our lives from an assassin, or stay with Balder, who's a princey. And I think for this playthrough at least, we'll go with Karan.
I want to go with Kieran. He's right. I can't put you or anyone else in danger. Loretta, she...
I covered my ears trying to block out the sound that my memory created. Loretta was dead because of me. I wouldn't let that happen to anyone else that I cared about.
I don't even know what happened to her. Her screams of agony rattled me to my core. Balder, I will not allow anyone else to stand in my way and take a blow meant for me.
I respect your decision, but I can't allow you to do that. You're my wife-to-be. How is this going to look?
Who cares how it looks? What about Callista's safety and the safety of your people?
With all due respect, Kieran, I can't let some stranger take my darling away from me. I'm more than capable of protecting her. Callista, let's go.
I shook my head. I understood Balder's contempt, but I was doing this for his safety. I couldn't let him ruin his reputation trying to protect me. I was a menace to Castle Vestus, and King Rory made it clear the minute he sent me to the servants' quarters as a baby. If I was going to do one thing right in my life, it would be keeping the kingdom and its people safe.
No, I can't stay. I don't know how many times I can say this, but I don't want to put you in any danger. I can't live in a world where you no longer exist. I love you, and I will do whatever it takes to keep you out of harm's way. I'll come back when things settle down.
Plot twist, it never will. Probably.
This is unbelievable. Callista, you aren't joking, yes?
Dude, try to understand. She doesn't want you to die. Idiot.
No, I'm not joking. I meant everything I said.
My dad was right. If you leave now, I won't accept you back into this castle.
Wow, dude. He didn't say anything more, and I wondered what he meant. Says the guy that says he's in love with me. Dude, this guy needs to chillax. Just because he's a prince doesn't mean he'll get everything he wants. Idiot. I knew that King Rory disliked me, but what was he right about? I hadn't done anything wrong to him or the kingdom. My heart stung at the rejection of not only Balder, but his father as well. Was I a failure even when I was doing what was best for them?
Balder, if it meant keeping you alive, I'd live a life of exile forever.
It seemed dramatic, but I truly meant it. He had given up so much for me already. I wouldn't ask him to get hurt so that I could live. Not if it could be prevented.
No.
He shook his head. It was a simple movement, but it said a lot. It told me that he was angry and that he didn't want to hear me speak anymore. The worst thing it told me, though, was that he didn't want to see me anymore.
Your choice is clear. Callista, you're no longer under my protection. I hope you enjoy being involved with a shadow.
That was it. Just like that, I had lost the single most important man in my life. All because I wanted to protect him. Maybe this was better. If people saw that we were apart, they'd leave him alone. They'd leave the whole entire kingdom alone. My heart still hurt no matter how many lies I filled my head with. Kieran outstretched a hand to me, but I didn't take it.
Well, let's go.
The shadow looked taken aback for a moment, but his expression was quickly wiped clean.
We'll begin our journey right away. You haven't said a word since we left the kingdom.
My heart hurt. Oh, poor girl. I mean, I know it's a video game, it doesn't matter, but you know, it still hurts. I feel so bad for her. Oh, I would hate if someone told that to me. Especially if it was the person that I loved and cared for.
What's there to say? You saw how he reacted.
Callista, this isn't any of my business, but don't you think that he was clinging just a little too tightly to you?
I'm gonna... I scowled.
You're right. This isn't your business, so stay out of it.
You're angry that you're coming with me?
Kieran stopped walking along the path. He turned to face
If you
me.
didn't want to come, then why are you here right now?
I looked away from Kieran's gaze. I felt intimidated, staring into his eyes. They read annoyance. He stood with his hands on his hips, waiting for me to answer him. I took a deep breath and faced my feelings. I tried hard to verbalize the inner turmoil I was feeling in a way that wouldn't make me seem weak or incompetent. I told him all I could muster.
I didn't think that he'd react that way. I love him.
And because of that, you wanted to protect him. The kingdom and its people will thank you.
Kieran made a good point. I was doing the right thing. With me out of reach of the kingdom, Baldur could fortify and strengthen the castle's walls to keep intruders out. He could focus on training the guards and issuing bounties, all without my interference. It sounded wonderful, yet I couldn't fight the pain in my chest. Why did it have to be like this? Couldn't people accept me the way I was? Why did I have to bring despair everywhere I went?
Let's just forget about it. What's the plan?
The plan is simple. We're going to Terra Captivatus. It's where you'll be the safest.
Terra Captivatus? That's captured land. That's where people are exiled to. We can't go there.
It's a place where you can be forgotten. At least until everything settles down.
Forgotten sounded so much worse when someone else said it. Being forgotten meant being looked over. It meant invisibility. Being forgotten was worse than any other insult. It meant that people didn't care that you existed. But I guess that was expected for someone like me. Even my parents had forgotten me.
I didn't mean it like that.
He looked hesitant for a moment, then placed his hand on my shoulder to comfort me. The heat radiating from his palm made me remember that I was indeed breathing right now. I was a tangible entity.
You have nothing to worry about. My specialty is blending into a crowd.
Yet you have beautiful green hair.
Good. Then we'll have nothing to worry about.
I felt a small squeeze on my left shoulder, but saw no smile fall on Kieran's lips. He looked deep in thought. Oh, my head hurts. Ouch. I just scratched myself.
I still don't want to go to Terra Captivatus.
He stared at me for a few moments before opening his mouth to speak. He seemed to feel at ease once again, and I wondered what he was thinking about.
Hear me out. Are you listening?
When I nodded, he continued.
We're almost at camp. There's another shadow there waiting for us, and from there we travel a bit more. Kinda like a trip. Sound fun?
Sounds amazing! You know, I wish I could do half of those things back at the kingdom!
Kieran was less than impressed with my sarcastic outburst.
You can leave now if you like. Maybe that idiotic prince will take you back.
I left the castle for a reason. Maybe it's because I'm a coward and I don't want to die, but whatever, I'm here now.
I don't believe that, and you don't either. You're not a coward. You have a purpose. You just have to believe in it.
I knew what my purpose was. I needed to protect Festus with my life. That's what I owed Baldur and his family. If I told Kieran that, how would he react? He probably already knew. I was more transparent than I gave myself credit for. Kieran took my silence as a sign to keep moving, and as was usual with the shadow, he left me in the dust. Quickly, I ran after him to catch up.
Please tell me that that smoke is from the campsite.
I wiped the set. That's it. Urgh. I wiped the sweat from my brow. What I would give to take a load off.
You're in luck. That's the exact direction of our campsite.
Yes!
It's on fire. Yep. I pumped my fist into the air.
Finally! I'm exhausted.
We've got to work on your stamina. There's gonna be a lot of walking. Maybe even some fighting.
Fighting?
And you'll be dead with the stamina, or lack of it, that you have now. But you were raised in a castle, so I'll let it slide this time.
I'm not going to lecture you on everything wrong with that statement.
I was actually going to lecture him on everything wrong with that statement. Just because I lived in a castle didn't mean I was treated like royalty. I was expected to do a lot of heavy lifting and manual labor. I was ready to protest when I heard a female's voice.
Kieran, finally. What's the big idea? Thought you had died or something.
I'm offended that you think I would die so easily.
The girl by Kieran's side seemed so comfortable in his presence. I felt like I would be the odd one out on this journey. She peered over his shoulder.
Who's this?
I shrunk back. I couldn't help but feel inferior to her. This girl had a muscular build, yet a thin frame. Her hair was undone, as if she had just woken up, but it looked good on her.
Don't tell me that the princess came with you. Then the castle is as bad as we thought.
There was an assassin in her room. I stepped in at the right moment. Otherwise, she'd be dead, and I don't know what would have become of the kingdom.
It was as if she hadn't heard his words at all. Instead, the girl bounded up to me with a level of energy I didn't think I'd ever reach.
You're being really rude, Kieran. You didn't even think to introduce us? Your ladyship, my name is Maddox. I'm Kieran's partner. Business partner. Nothing more.
She bowed clumsily. It made me uncomfortable. I was usually the one doing the bowing, if for whatever reason the king thought me worthy enough to show myself out of the servants' quarters. I was not a princess. I would have become royalty if I married Balder, but it was in no way inherent.
My name is Callista, but I'm not a princess. I'm just a person, nothing more. Not a budding queen or even a servant. Just a person.
Well, it's good to see one of those around.
Her smile was warm. I hadn't ever seen anything like it. She was being patient with me.
I'm getting tired of only seeing nobles and other shadows.
I took the opportunity to sit down by the fire. The heat was radiating from the burning wood. It felt so nice on my skin. After a while, I turned to them and began to speak. My question wasn't directed at anyone in particular, but there was something that I wanted to know.
So, are all the stories true? Do you guys help the poor and beat up the rich?
We do more than that.
Kieran sat down next to me. He didn't look the least bit tired.
We fight for those who need help. Those that no one else is willing to help.
That means that nobody is willing to help me. In this entire kingdom, nobody wanted to accept my marriage with Balder.
That realization was beginning to dawn on me. What was so wrong with me that people jumped to this conclusion? How could I be bad for the kingdom if I'd never even gotten the proper opportunity to lead?
Don't take it out of context, but fighting an assassin is not high on most people's lists.
There's no collateral for that.
She was nibbling on some food when my stomach growled. She leaned over and handed me a stick stacked with meat.
Don't look at me like that, kid. Eat up.
Thanks.
I began to chew. The meat was better than I expected it to be, honestly. Though I guess I was passing judgment based on cooking method alone.
What?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just shocked that you took it. I thought you'd be all, I can't eat commoner food.
Well, I'm not royalty. I was just going to become it. Hence why everyone hates me.
Well, I think it's more than just that.
Watching Kieran eat made me cringe. Ravenously, he bit into the tough meat. He seemed to have no regard for the people around him.
The kingdom is in shambles as it is. When Balder takes the crown, he either nails it or he screws it up royally.
Royally.
Balder would make a great leader.
Of course he would. He's as good a liar as the rest of them. How do you think someone stays in power? By being deceitful.
Balder isn't deceitful. He's caring and compassionate.
I was appalled at Kieran's words. Bladder? Woo! Hashtag best mistake ever. Hashtags are such an old thing. Oh well, I still use them because everything is relatable to me. Huh. Balder wasn't a liar. King Rory was, sure. But it was only to protect the people.
And I'm the leader of the shadows. Bite me.
Enough. Callista, there's a lake over there. Come with me. We can go and wash up before we head to bed. Kieran, no more out of you.
Ha! He got told off. The lake was massive, unlike anything I had ever seen before. Maybe in books, but never in person. I never ventured past the Bell Forest. That was almost in the castle's backyard.
What are you doing?
I shielded my eyes as Maddox began to undress.
Relax, kid. I'm washing up. I've been waiting for Kieran to get back for forever. I really need a good soak.
I scrunched up my nose in disgust.
Ew.
See, there's the stuck-up noble I was waiting for. You're too good for bathing in a lake?
What? Was she serious right now? I wasn't too good for bathing in a lake. I was just a little self-conscious taking my clothes off in an open place like this.
Where's the soap? And the privacy?
The soap's in my pocket, obviously. As for privacy, nobody is out here right now. If I felt a presence, I'd say something. It's safe to bathe.
No, I'm good. I'm clean. I just came from the castle, remember?
Not today. I've had enough uncomfortable situations to last me a lifetime at this point.
Suit yourself. But while we're traveling, there isn't going to be any fancy baths or inns. It's all outside. Even the bathroom.
No!
I let out a small shriek. I was by no means a luxurious person. Using the bathroom outside was low, even for me.
I can't use the bathroom out in the open like that. Why did you bring that up? Now I have to pee.
So go in the bushes. You'll be fine. Just don't squat too low. Some things are poisonous. Trust me, not a pretty feeling.
Oh, did not need to know that. Ugh!
Okay, fine, but don't look. Cover your eyes.
I don't want to see you do your business. Use a leaf to wipe or something. Not anything with red in it. I promise it'll hurt.
I hate this trip already.
Better than being murdered, right?
Yeah, whatever.
After I finished my business, I rinsed my hands in the lake and sat down on the nearest rock. Maddox was done washing up and was drying off.
Oh, hey, there's something you should know about Kieran.
She looked pensive. I feared the words that could possibly come out of her mouth. Kieran turned into a monster at night when everyone was asleep and craved blood. No, he was a perverted thief who went through girls' belongings. Or wait, he was a serial romance reader. My thoughts were cut off by her simple admission.
He doesn't like royalty too much. He really hates people in high places of power. Don't ask him about it. It'll cause a fight. You saw how passionate he was getting about it, so tone it down around him.
I had to ask. I'm gonna end that episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!